story time of the time I got super high and I greened out, which I didn't even know was possible, but I did, with photos and videos, bitch. So period. Keep watching. Oh, hello. So, hey sluts, and I'm gonna do this makeup look I saw from Pinterest. I am aware my lace front look kind of like wonky. At the end of the day, if you talk about it like you're going to hell, period. Like literally. Should I do a story time while I'm doing this? I don't know. Story time of the time I got super high and I greened out, which I didn't even know was possible, but I did, with photos and videos, bitch. So period. Keep watching. Okay, my phone just deleted like a bunch of footage, but anyway. So I used to I used to hang out with these crazy ass white girls, you know, like I have like a bunch of story times with these bitches. They were crazy, but they were fun. Once again, make sure you're actually like you're being safe and not making dumb decisions like me. Like, don't go to places where you're not familiar with, or like people don't know like where your location is, because it could just end up really bad. So like, please be safe and make good decisions. But anyway, I would never know where we were going. I would just hop in the motherfucking car and just bitch, I would just be there for a good time, you know what I mean? She comes to pick me up and bitch, I just hop in the car. I see that like we're not going to her house. I'm like, okay. We're driving and we get to like this trailer park that I'm not familiar with. I don't know where the fuck we are. And I'm thinking she had to like go pick up something, then we'll leave and go back to her crib. But no, bitch, we get out, she gets out the car and she's like, hey, come on. I'm like, what, bitch? We're in this fucking trailer park in the middle of fucking nowhere. The boonies, bitch, the motherfucking boonies. I'm like, okay. So I just got out and like, I followed her. We entered this wooden trailer and it's like these like upperclassmen just sitting down smoking. And like, bitch, once again, there's something wrong with the weird kids, but these were the weird kids. The weird kids, bitch, they were like the plug for weed. Like everybody would go to like the weird kids to get like weed or to get like smoked out. Once again, if you know me, bitch, you know weed is not my thing. I don't smoke. It just doesn't sit right with me. I get scared, I get paranoid, and it's just not the mode, you know what I mean? I wish it was though, cause I feel like, well, maybe it's just like, I don't know. It just never sat right with me ever. Whenever I would smoke it, I would get so fucking paranoid. It's not even funny. I couldn't enjoy it. I also felt sick. Like I would feel sick smoking weed. Like I don't know why, but I just would. But once again, like you don't know until like you try it. That's just always my experience, was just never fucking good. Also, this was years ago. I'm not completely opposed to trying to smoke again. I just don't feel like it's something that I'm interested in. But yeah, so it's just not my thing. But now that like I'm older and like a bitch has anxiety, I feel like we could possibly have a different effect on me now, but like I don't know. I'm still scared to try it, but like who knows, you know? So yeah, we get into their house and we meet up with everybody that's there and we spark up a blunt and I get in the circle. Okay, so I get in the circle. I like would know that like weed didn't sit right with me because I've tried it before, but that being said, like a bitch was still like curious. Like a bitch was curious. Like I'm like thinking, what if like it has a different effect on me, this, that, and the third. So like I still wanted to try it, and plus I was a weak ass bitch and I was naive and I would like want these bitches to like me so bad that like I would give in to peer pressure. Like don't be me. Don't give in to peer pressure. If you don't like something, don't try to like allow people to like persuade you to like fuck with it. Like bitch, be your own bitch. If you don't like something, that's okay. They try to pull the, oh, you can't hang, oh, she can't hang. Like shut the fuck up. I don't have to like drink or smoke to have a good time. Like if you do, all power to you, and I'm not knocking it, but for me it just has never been a necessity. Like I can get lit without it, and that's okay. And if you can't, then once again, that's okay too. But we two different bitches. And then, but I would give in the peer pressure so bad. Like, it was so bad. I hop in the circle and I'm like, okay, let me just fucking do it. Let me just do it. And so I smoked the first with everybody and we're chilling. Nothing hits me. I'm fine. And then, okay, we pass around the first one. We smoke it all out. Everything's cool. I don't feel shit. So I'm like, oh, I'm good. I'm like, wait a minute. I really don't feel anything. I'm like, okay. I'm doing, this is pretty good. Like, I'm not even feeling anything. So they passed around the second blunt. And I smoke it too. I'm in the circle again because I'm like, this is good. Like, I'm not even feeling anything. Like, bitch, what is going on? Like, I don't even feel anything. Like, what? We smoked that one out too. It's like them, they're like smoking that shit up. And I'm just taking like, you know, regular hits. And then they bring out a motherfucking bong, bitch. a motherfucking bong, which I've never smoked for in my fucking life. I've never ripped a bong before in my life. I was like, oh shit. I was kind of intimidated, but I really wanted to try it because I had never done it before. Okay, so they bring in the bong. After they smoke it, they pass it to me, and I'm like, oh shit, I've never done this before. They're like, okay, well just rip it. Like just rip it. And I was like, what? They're like, okay, put your mouth on it and just start sucking. Just start sucking. So I'm like, fuck. Okay. So I put my mouth on it, and they spark it up, and I just suck. I'm like, my dumbass tries to inhale it a little bit. I'm like, so bitch, I'm over here like, oh shit. I'm like, oh shit. Like, girl, that shit hit. That was it. We're watching like TV at this point, and we're all just like chilling, letting the high sink in, blah blah blah. 5 minutes like go by. So you know like those really popular scenes in movies where like the camera like is above the trees in the forest and like pans over the trees? That's when everything went to shit. When I tell you, bitch, I was watching it and all of a sudden it was normal. Then all of a sudden it went like in slow motion, and that shit was like, girl, I said, whoa, bitch. I said, whoa. No, ma'am. I said, y'all, what the fuck? I said, what the fuck? I was starting to freak out. I was like, no. I said, I need to lay down. That shit started to hit me. You have to let the weed settle in your system before you have to let the weed sit in your system before you actually can like feel the high. And I was like, well, like I'm chilling. So I was like, let me smoke some more. Bitch, no. Bitch, so I'm literally off of 2 blunts and a bong right now. Bitch, I was tripping. I was like, oh, hell to the no. So I start laying down, then I get back up. I'm like, bitch, I'm finna barf. So my friend is like, well, like, go to the bathroom. So I get up and bitch, I almost eat shit. I almost fucking fail. Bitch, I'm stumbling, holding on to the wall. She had to pick me back up, bitch. She picks me up and she walks me to the bathroom, bitch. And I almost like, I have to barf. Like, I feel sick. We get into the bathroom and she's literally like, no, don't barf. If you barf, it makes it worse. And I'm like, what? Which I don't know if that's true. Okay, what's going on? Which I still don't know to this day if that's true or not, but that's just what she was telling me. I know she smoked weed a lot, so I was like, oh my gosh, like what the fuck do you mean, bitch? So I'm like, bitch, I have to barf, like I feel sick. And I'm like hovering over the toilet and she's like, don't barf. I'm like, bitch, what do you mean? So apparently it makes you feel worse. So I'm like, oh, okay, shit, fuck, whatever. I was just like, what do I do to get to like lose my high? Because I don't like this shit. Like I'm freaking out. I'm getting paranoid. Shit is moving slow. I feel sick. I feel weird. So she's like, okay, well, you can sit down and drink water. Like if you drink lots and lots of water, like it helps kill the high. Or like if you take a shower, it helps kill the high. Bitch, I'm not gonna get my ass in some random person's like shower. Bitch, I'm not gonna do that. So I sit on the couch and they give me water. They're not like mad, which I was like, okay, cool, because there's some people that smoke who like, oh bro, you can't hang. If you can't smoke, you can't hang, bro. Like fuck y'all. Like I live for the who, like if someone is like paranoid or someone doesn't like to smoke, they're like, okay, that's cool. But like there's some people who be like, oh, she can't hang. Like literally, bitch. Anyway, so they're super nice about it, and they're literally like, it's okay, like it happens. And like, so they get me water and I'm sitting on the couch and I'm drinking it. I call my friend and I'm like, bitch, I am like my actual like one of my bitches, and I'm like, bitch, I'm so fucking high, bitch. I feel sick. She's like, you should never smoke. Fuck you, bitch. But she was like, why'd you smoke so much? You shouldn't have smoked so much. Which is like true, but like, bitch, you're supposed to have my motherfucking back. Bitch, you're supposed to be helping me, bitch, and now you making shit worse. But she was like, why would you smoke that much? Which I guess is true, but like still, like, bitch, really. So I call her because I'm like freaking out, and since she's like not really helping me, like I just hang up the phone, like, okay, bitch, bye, whatever. And I'm sitting with that little crazy white bitch. She takes a Snapchat video of me, so she shows me the video after she takes it, and bitch, my face is green. I greened the fuck out, which I didn't know was a term or anything until like recently. I'm like, what? I didn't even know that was a thing. My face was dead ass green. Like, bitch, I'll put a picture up. My face was green. And so I'm drinking water, I'm sitting down, and like a couple of hours go by and I'm losing my high. I can feel like the high like going away, and I'm like, thank the Lord. Cause, oh sorry, Jesus, that was not cute. But I'm like, thank God, because I'm not fucking with this shit. And then like, okay, I like am losing my high, and then we leave. Bitch, when I fucking tell you, after that, bitch, I probably smoked like one time after that, and never fucking again have I ever smoked since then. Not the same night. Like my friend's like brother had like a vape or something like that. We were smoking it, and I got Nick sick. But if you want a story time about that, bitch, I will give it to you. Like, that was not good. That was not cute. Okay, I'm still gonna finish my makeup though and talk about like things, because like, why not? And it's like the reason like I keep calling them, like, first of all, I call everybody bitch, so, like, don't get like, please don't get like offended. But like, they were like my friends, but like they weren't like your real friends. Like, you're not gonna sit up here and tell these bitches secrets. It was just something that I would do, like, to hang out with them for funsies. Even though I did want them to be my friends, you couldn't trust them, like, for shit. But I have like a bunch of like story times that I could tell y'all about like these people, like these girls. And I put a fuck ton of blush on. Oh my gosh, you know I'm a blushy bitch, so period. I finished the makeup. So this is the final look. Brown chocolate, brown out, bow, bow, yeah, ooh, yeah, ooh, bow, yeah, ooh. So that's the end of this video. If you want me to do any more story times, comment down below, or any video recommendations, comment down below as well, and I will do it. I love you. Have a great day or night or evening wherever you are, and stay positive, baby. I love you.